It took an improbable comeback for the Indiana Hoosiers to shock the Michigan Wolverines and advance in the Big Ten tournament in Indianapolis. Their reward, Kofi Cockburn, and the #1 seed, Illinois Fighting Illini. Big Ten tournament, quarterfinal Friday.
This time of year, it's obvious the expectations are large. But what else can we expect from the month of March? Expect more. Expect high-level hoops on every inch of that 94-foot floor. Expect a star to be born as he carries the weight of the team on his broad shoulders. Expect rim-rattling dunks, thread-the-needle dimes, ankle-breaking crossovers, buckets with the foul, and one. Instant classics, buzzer beaters, and heartbreak. Expect all that, and then some. Expect boisterous crowds you can't even measure how loud it gets. And expect the champion to be crowned the best and eventually cut down the nets. Expect excitement, desperation, expect commotion. Expect surprises, devastation, expect emotion. Expect the unexplainable, the unforgettable. Expect the imprint that is left to be indelible. Legends are forever, perpetual, permanent. This is a moment, this is history. This is the Big Ten tournament.
Welcome to Indianapolis for one of the best days of the college basketball season, the Big Ten basketball tournament, presented by TIAA, and we start quarterfinal Friday with the Indiana Hoosiers and the Illinois Fighting Illini. Take a look at the bracket. Great way to start our day. We follow with Iowa-Rutgers, the night session, a tantalizing matchup between Michigan State and Wisconsin. Penn State and Purdue caps a very busy day on the Big Ten Network. And good morning, everybody, from Indianapolis. Alongside my partner and friend, Stephen Bardo, I'm Kevin Kugler. Indiana needed 17-point comeback to get it done. They got it done and advanced here today, and in the process really bolstered their NCAA tournament hopes.
Yeah, they were great in the second half, Kevin. They were a little listless coming out. They got behind the crowd and the energy. They rode that to a tremendous second half and should feel much better about their at-large chances.
Well, Mike DeCourcy has them still as the last team in. A chance to bolster that even more today because the top seed Illinois Fighting Illini on the other side.
Yeah, Illinois had a great run here in terms of overcoming adversity, overcoming injury, and find themselves a #1 seed. I still think they have a little bit to prove here in Indy.
Well, it is going to be a great one today. As we get set for the lineups, we introduce our public address announcer, Troy Pepper, with those lineups.
Good morning and welcome to Game 7 of the 2022 Big Ten Men's Basketball Tournament. Today, games feature the Indiana Hoosiers versus the Illinois Fighting Illini. It's now time for today's starting lineups, brought to you by TIAA. Let's meet the starting lineups. At forward from Indiana, a senior, 6'8", number 25, Race Thompson. At forward from Illinois, sophomore, 6'10", number 33, Coleman Hawkins. At forward from Indiana, a senior, 6'7", number 12, Miller Kopp. At center from Illinois, junior, 7 foot, number 21, Kofi Cockburn. At forward from Indiana, a junior, 6'9", number 23, Trace Jackson Davis. At guard from Illinois, a graduate student, 6'1", number 11, Alfonso Plummer. At guard from Indiana, a senior, 6'5", number 45, Parker Stewart. At guard from Illinois, a senior, 6'2", number 1, Trick Frazier. At guard from Indiana, a senior, 6'3", number 0, Xavier Johnson. At guard from Illinois, a senior, 6'3", number 20, DeMonte Williams. The head coach for the Indiana Hoosiers is Mike Woodson. The head coach for the Illinois Fighting Illini is Brad Underwood.
There's a look at those lineups as you were just introduced to them. Great matchup in the middle. We'll keep an eye on Trace Jackson Davis and Kofi Coburn all game long. Time to welcome in the third member of our crew, Rick Pizzo. And Rick, there's one Fighting Illini that we won't see today, isn't there?
Jacob Grandison not in the starting lineup for a second straight game, dealing with a shoulder injury. He's day-to-day, but out today. That means more minutes for Coleman Hawkins. Brad Underwood told me Hawkins has been terrific as of late, but in Grandison's absence, the Illini will need much more from him, specifically on the offensive end. As for Indiana, Mike Woodson surprisingly told me he has no concerns with his team's legs, even after all the extra energy exerted in that comeback against Michigan. Woodson pointed out that only Trace Jackson Davis played heavy minutes, and TJD is used to that. Plus, Woodson finished by saying he can't worry about minutes. The only thing he can worry about is having his best players on the floor against the #1 seed.
Rick, thank you very much. This place is going to be electric.
Yes.
It may be 11:30 in the morning Eastern time, but these folks are ready like it were 11:30 p.m. in Indianapolis.
I agree. Two programs that historically have tremendous respect for one another, but don't particularly like each other, if you know what I mean. There's no ill intentions between the two, but there's no love lost either.
And two of the best posts in a terrific post league going to work. Trace Jackson Davis and Kofi Coburn, tip controlled by Illinois, and the co-champs on the floor for the first time here in Indy.